Alright everyone, welcome back to Master of Command. This is our Kreis Contingent playthrough, Prophet of the Constitution. Last time we left off, we took out an entrenchment battle, got some casualties, have no more reservists, gonna do some mustering to fix that problem. I did upgrade the look of our Guard Regiment Zufus of the Palatinate forces. Very, very pleased with that. They did a good job. Alright, I'm gonna force march down here to get these items and see what we can do about getting mustered and back into position. Or maybe we should head up north to a settlement and just recover. Yeah, I'm thinking we might need to do that, just to be sure that we do recover. Otherwise that could be pretty rough. Let's do that. Let's head up here. Just want to be sure that we can handle the headquarters army and battle. Check out Alt Trubendorf again. Yep, definitely sold some stuff here. It's alright. Alright, 771 for our troubles. It's not bad. 5,000 now. That's good stuff. Very important that we have money because the mustering is going to eat. Well, at least last time it ate a lot. We get some more food as well, just to be sure we're fine through the winter and fine to start Act 3. Question is, do we come over explore some of this and recoup over here, or what? Yeah, let's go towards Tribel. See what we can do. Alright, let's see, 4% chance daily, let's do that. Let's recuperate. And now that it's recouping, let's make sure it knows to actually recover the losses each day that we recoup some. Hopefully. Ah, fantastic. There it is. We're totally recovered. Now we just need some backup reservists. We really need to get some units out of this as well. That would help us a bunch. We have only 6 days, about a week before the headquarters attacks us. More Saxons. Alright. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. They are garbage. They don't have anything. Alright. But they're rank 5 already. More musketeers or more artillery? Perhaps musketeers, because events like to give us artillery. Alright, I do believe we'll do musketeers for them. Fantastic. Don't have any equipment for them yet. Let's see. Let's check Tribel. I know we were here once before, but I somewhat forgot what they had. Come down here real quick, see if we can find anything before the headquarters attacks us. Here comes the headquarters. Alright, enemy headquarters in pursuit. Check out the slums here. Impoverished locals. All encounters revealed and all villagers revealed in 2 days. Let's do that. There's a fort there we could try to get. Alright, let's see. So, we missed 1 or 2 things, well, like 3 things over here. Not too big a deal, did miss some outposts. This is not too bad. We could go for the fort, or we could attack the entrenched army. The downside is then we have to beat the entrenched army and the headquarters. But, depending on how this battle goes, we could take reservists or cash. We may be able to make it back to a settlement before the headquarters, because they do have to go through some rough terrain to get to us. Either way, we'll get a doctrine, and I think that'll help a bunch. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to attack the entrenched army. Battle of Tribel. Alright, how much artillery do they have? 3 batteries. Alright. 3 cav. Okay. Some converged fusiliers. Prinz von Preußen musketeers. Bunch of veteran musketeers. Some fusiliers. A few recruits. Alright. I think we can do it. We just need some good ground for this. Gotta keep an eye on our recruits we just got so they don't get absolutely shattered, but they could make a good little relief force. Even though we don't have equipment really to speak of right now, we could relieve some of our troops with them. Mostly an open battlefield, not what I was wanting. I think the play is getting across this river and holding the river line. We're outnumbered, so it'll cut down how many troops they can effectively bring against us at one time. I think that's the play for sure. Position our troops here. Grenadiers, position them here also. Kind of looking like a disorganized mess for the moment. Get the cavalry here. Don't want bayonets, want you here. Don't want bayonets, want you here. Artillery most definitely needs to be here. General can be behind somewhat. And then supply train needs to be like very front because it's super slow. Alright, let's see if we can actually get over here before they get to us. Or before they cross. Hopefully we can beat them over. If not, we could be in some trouble. I'm thinking we'll be able to. If not, just barely. Oh yes, forgot about the general. And almost forgot about the supply train moving up. Alright, let's do this. Disorganized mass of men moving up. Grenadiers are first across. Getting all the men to cross. Crossing some more. Hopefully all the artillery knows by now to cross. Definitely takes some work getting my men in position over here. Alright. Who's the fastest of these units? Alright, Prince Clemens, I need to try to get them up here. Them and the skirmishers I'll send up there to help them out. Which grenadiers are the fastest? Prince Georg, they're going to go up there as well. Make sure to move the artillery up. Don't have a hill this time, but we're going to have to do what we can without a hill, apparently. It's better to have the river on this battlefield without much effective terrain to use. Gonna have to deal with the ice too. Alright. Be alright, we'll get it. And if our cav can take out their cav and their guns, I think we'll be in a good spot here. Positioning the grenadiers. Get the Bavarians set up in here. Protecting the flank right here. Grenadiers here. Excuse me. As well. Put the general up here with the Saxon recruits. Because I do not trust their morale to hold very well. Saxon troops in general, like Napoleon found this out and others. Now sometimes it was because of motivation, but they didn't have the highest morale, but they could be combat effective when they actually decided they wanted to fight. So that could be a whole thing. Alright, let's see. Downside to holding this river is we can't really position ourselves as well along the river like we normally would. We have to position ourselves kind of at the mouth of the river, which is not how I usually like to do things. I am going to move our line down, actually, just to be sure that we have all avenues covered. I don't like how our line kind of bends over here. Not a fan of that. Alright. Gonna bring our cav around behind here to hit the guns. Hopefully. We'll have to see how that goes. Enemy is approaching. Our guns are firing. Let's see, let's target the grenadiers just in case. They're pretty dangerous, to be honest. Alright. Preparing to open up on the enemy. Fantastic. Doing some alright damage against him. Alright, opening fire on the enemy. The Bavarians are taking some fire as well. Saxons are already tired, that's not great. Alright. They're beginning to engage our line. Grenadiers coming across. I did actually deactivate the muskets this time. That's awesome. Getting ready to come across, just like the grenadiers look like they are. Move ours up a little closer to the line. We are doing massive damage to those grenadiers. Fusiliers are pretty elite. Let's see what else we got. More Fusiliers. We ought to hit these veterans if we can. Let's do that. Support our troops on that flank. Converged Fusiliers are heading for my cavalry. That's not excellent. Not even a little bit. We're gonna have to go at speed here to get past. Gotta watch out for enemy cavalry trying to flank us as well. Musketeers are moving up on us. Light infantry are taking heavy losses. Go ahead and move them out of there. Alright. Artillery, what are you doing? Okay. Attack them. Fantastic. Good thing about the converged troops is it takes them a long time to move and get into position. They did already fire on us, though, it looks like, or the artillery hit us. That's more likely. We're going to hit them with everything we got with the cavalry. Give them a solid charge where they're not braced. Best way I can think of to take them out quickly. Excellent. Time to hit the guns. Not interested in letting them shell us some more. Alright, fantastic. They outrange us. Yes, they do. Not fantastic. Alright, we're going to shift our line of grenadiers here a little bit, because we're most definitely going to need the grenadiers here. Yeah, they've got grape shot. Alright, charging the enemy, doing massive damage. We're able to beat their cuirassiers. But now they're trying to charge our cav in the flank. We need them to get going quickly. Excellent. Now we can converge all of our cavalry together. Awesome. We still have a little bit of cavalry to deal with. And the guns aren't quite dealt with either. Ouch. That canister shot is devastating. We do need to countercharge here on the flank, as our men are getting flanked. It's not great. Charging them with everything we've got. And now we need to move up and take out their artillery before they canister us to death. Hopefully that won't be the case, but we'll see what happens. And they did charge us with their musketeers. That's not awesome. Have artillery continue to focus on them. I'm going to do a countercharge in support of them. Got to charge the enemy guns. Be sure we take them out. Going to use the cavalry on this flank here. Do our utmost to finish the battle, essentially. Our men are holding. They didn't really enjoy that too much, however. Fantastic. We managed to break them. Need to get them back into position. Going to charge the enemy. Their infantry's not ready for it. Breaking and shattering them very effectively. Fantastic. That's excellent. Cavalry are definitely doing their job right now. Very, very pleased with their performance. Excellent. You gotta pull these grenadiers back. They are exhausted and they are badly hurt as well. Not fantastic. It'll do though. We are doing very well in the battle, in spite of some of our difficulties with our men and casualties suffered. I'm going to rush the cavalry across to make sure they don't take extra casualties. Give them some rest for the excellent work they've done. And slow them down a bit. Alright. Let's see what else they got to bring against us here. Changing targets. Fantastic. Offering volleys. That's excellent. Awesome. We have a really solid line here. Infantry lines are doing well. Wait for another volley and then we'll send our grenadiers across with artillery support. Fantastic. Volleys are doing excellent. Cantonist recruits in the center. Wow, we don't even need to use our grenadiers. Well, we'll send them across here anyway, see if they can break the recruits. Of course, recruits might break first anyway. Yep, they're done. Good battle. Did take a few casualties. Grenadiers. Didn't end battle. Alright. Jaegers. And some of our cavalry. But we properly decimated that army. That was great. 1460. Phenomenal. Excellent bayonets. Excellent muskets. Excellent holiday treatise. That's just what I wanted. We're going to do reservists because we're running super, super low. I like doing that, but I don't know about that. I think we need the reservists this time. Campaign move speed, provision consumption. We do the move speed. They're both great. I want that move speed. Alright. Let's see what we got going on. Von Kaltenborn also got another rank. Let's see what kind of grenadier ability we can get for him. Combat effectiveness and charge. Yeah, we're going to do combat effectiveness. That's awesome. Fantastic. Alright. Let's see, they have a holiday treatise. Alright, they need one. That's perfect. Excellent. Alright, let's see. Do we need Stull muskets? They need muskets. And bayonets. Veterancy gain can help. We can give them that. Alright, let's see. Do we have more firing? Yeah, we do. Alright. That looks excellent. Ah, artillery can level up. Let's do that for sure. And they can as well. Fantastic. Our artillery is doing very, very well at the moment. Ah, yes, they get to be veteran musketeers now. Fantastic. That is excellent. Awesome. That's a powerful force we got there. Now, I want to try to go after this army here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. They want to fight anyway, so that's great. Okay. Lots of cavalry. 6 cavalry, 2 horse artillery, 2 grenadiers, 2 fusiliers, 3 musketeers, and converged fusiliers. Alright. Well, let's do it. See if we can take them on as well before the headquarters reaches us. It's going to be very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Alright, let's take a look around at the terrain. Open terrain. See, we got some woods. Got some buildings. Got a hill here with some more woods. I feel like we need to deploy over here. Just get that sense. Rather than the town. I know we usually do the town. But, for reasons unbeknownst to me, I feel the necessity to deploy on this flank. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, deploy the cavalry over here on the left. Make sure we put the guns over here as well, so they can get to that point very quickly. Fantastic. We're going to put them up here is what we're going to do. Alright, excellent. I'm going to move the cavalry up as well, actually, before we forget to do so. They have loads and loads of cavalry. We've got to really watch, make sure they don't do what they did last time and charge right into our barbarian troops, for example, in the center. That was not great. And our cavalry engaging, we've got to make sure that we group our cavalry together and outnumber them in individual engagements if we're going to win that. Could take up these woods and that hill. That might actually be the play. I think we're going to do that instead. Awesome. That sounds good, actually. I think that sounds very, very good. Alright, we gotta move up quickly. Very, very quickly. Let's adjust our Bavarians somewhat to better align with how our line turns right there next to the woods. Let's do that. I think that makes it a little bit better. Excellent. Move the artillery up some more just to get them in combat earlier. Fantastic. I haven't tried this position before. I have fought here and moved up here from other battle lines before, but I haven't tried this position. I think it's going to go well. I really do. Let's see. Move our troops back here some. Move the cavalry up. Make sure our guns are opening up on the enemy now. I do believe we're going to target some cavalry, considering how much of it they have. Looks like we did some decent damage to the hussars. Move up our troops. Got to make sure the grenadiers are ready as well for a possible enemy cavalry attack. course, I want to try to deal with their cavalry before then, if possible. We'll have to see how that goes. It looks like they have a similar idea. I do not want to engage all of their cavalry with all of mine. That would leave us at a disadvantage. And they are charging us, and we got caught off guard. That's alright. We'll take care of the problem. Bring our other cavalry up to support. Alright, they're supporting one another. That's good. Some damage, but we're doing alright on the whole. Alright. We can weather this storm, I believe. Enemy musketeers approaching. Fantastic, our line is holding. Artillery continues to fire at troops, but enemy grenadiers. Let's focus on them, shall we? Enemy musketeers just got shattered. Wait for them to approach, countercharge the enemy. Fantastic. Shattered them just with our guns. Couldn't stop them, so. Alright. Let's see, did they charge our line? Not as of yet. Alright. Going to be charging together. Fantastic. Should win that engagement. Excellent. Totally shattered their dragoons. We are holding the line very well. We're going to move our line up here to support as well. Those grenadiers broke. Fantastic. They do outrange our troops, however. That's not great. General, you are in the way of my ability to see our men. Alright, fantastic. It does look like our cavalry has won the day. Slow them down some. Now, they do have hussars guarding their guns, so we're willing to keep that in mind. And they are attempting to charge our troops. That is not going to fly. We're going to be countercharging. Alright, fantastic. Repulse the enemy. Excellent news. Move them up to take care of the enemy fusiliers. Their converged unit is still chasing our cavalry. Musketeers. Enemy musketeers are about to be fired on by multiple units. Fantastic. Artillery. Let's choose a new target, shall we? Let's take out those hussars. Or force them to respond to our actions. That's also good. Alright, they're getting shot at from the flank, from fusiliers. Alright, they're going to break the enemy Fusiliers here. Fantastic. Excellent charge by my men. About to receive a volley. They are tired, but they're already fairly committed, so we're going to go ahead and take care of the problem. Only downside is our cavalry is coming in. And they retreated. Very interesting. I think that was our artillery support that did that. That's fantastic. Ouch. Fürsten Dragoons did take some damage there. Let's not do that. Order the guns to hold their fire now. We did get some men returning to the battlefield against us. Alright. Gotta order them to slow down a little bit if we can. They're not hip on the order, but it's alright. We need them to do it anyway. It needs you guys to support those guys on the right flank. Fantastic. Cavalry needs to approach our line again. Alright, dispersing in preparation to fight the enemy musketeers. Grenadiers are marching up there. Alright, give them a full volley. Fantastic. Not too bad at all. Definitely doing well right there. And we've run them off. Men are tired. Gonna go ahead and pull our troops back here. Kind of reform the line right here. Excellent. Get the artillery on them. Perhaps I'll order the artillery to cease fire again, as the Saxon musketeers should be able to deal with them. Yeah, that volley was devastating against them. Musketeers are going to break them with their volley as soon as they're in position. That did it. Excellent battle. Very, very good. Very pleased that battle went that well before the headquarters battle comes up. That's awesome. Alright. Not bad for items. Not bad at all. Alright, let's get the Thalers. Everything in Act 3 is going to be super expensive. And if we do more mustering, which I'd like to do, it takes exorbitant amounts of money. Restore, replenish. See what we got here. Alright, not too bad. Let's see. This is Tula muskets. Yeah, y'all need better muskets. Fantastic. Not giving up the picks for that. You don't have something like that. Go ahead and give that to you. Charge 10. Melee damage 8. We're going to do charge. move that to them. That works out a little bit better. Do the improved bayonets to the Bavarians so they can withstand a little bit more melee attack. Alright. See where we're at. The MEHQ is thus. We're here. We're going to head up north because we want to reach a town and do some mustering potentially. Alright, let's see what else we got available as well. Since we're here. May as well. I think we already got everything fantastic that we need. We can get another gun though. See what the gunsmith has. That is hilarious. And I'm guessing then we can sell them back. All firearms cost 0. That is hilarious. Although price to sell them back is 0 now as well. Interesting. So we can't make any money off of them now, is the thing. That's interesting. So we lost our ability to make money on them. But they don't cost us anything. That's unique. Alright. Bronze guns, no. Shuvalovs and Geschwindigstück. I think I'll get another Geschwindigstück. It's a little bit cheaper. It has a faster rate of fire. I do like the Shuvalovs, however. It does fit better for our army to have the Geschwindigstück. Let me check and see what kind of muskets we need. Potsdam's 36 seconds, 125 and 16. Do have some range though on these things, man. Alright, let's see. 24-second reload time, 27-second reload time, but higher range. $150 and 35. Interesting. Got some more carbines. That's pretty good. Check out the muskets. Let's see what we can do with these. We got some Charlevilles. Not giving up the Jaegers. That ain't happening. They got 26 seconds, so we can give them the Charlevilles. That's only 27 seconds. Tulas to the Palatin troops. That's awesome. Don't need that too much then. 131. Neustat's have 137 range, but they're 43-second reload. Yeah. "31-second reload time for them. That's a 34. Let's see here. Nah, the Souls are better in my opinion. Alright. Cool. Can't sell guns. We have some for other troops, so that's amazing. It's 0. That's funny. That is pretty funny. Alright. Let's see. I think that was everything. We could recruit units here, but it's very expensive. We could get more Bavarians though. Let's see, we can have 3 more units, one of which is artillery. I don't think I want to do that because I think we might get a unit or 2 in Act 3. I think we'll be fine without doing that. Could do some mustering too, but gonna buy food. We'll need that for Act 3. You saw we were already at 2,000, then we went back down to like 1,300 for a moment, so. Alright. Of course, what we could do, we could raid for provisions and thalers. Might should do that. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna raid. Here comes the headquarters. They don't seem very happy. They're going to the road first. And they caught us in the act. Alright. Let's see here. Freikorps Battalion. Freikorps Fields. So that's 4 artillery. Cuirassiers, veteran hussars, dragoons, and hussars. So 4 cavalry. Veteran musketeers. 2 veteran musketeers. Wow. 4 units of Jaegers. 3 grenadiers. Lifeguards, musketeers. That's a tough force right there. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and call it here, guys. Next time we will deal with the headquarters and begin Act 3. Thank you for joining me. This has been Prophet of the Constitution with Master of Command. God bless.